Dirtle Magic. Thank you for tuning in to Dirtle Magic. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell if you like the content you see here today, and leave a like and share the video with someone you might think is interested. Leaving those likes really helps us out, but another way to help us out is by using our TCG Player affiliate link below. If you're looking for singles, sealed product, or gaming accessories, please consider using our link to support the channel. We also have some playmats at inkgaming.com. Go ahead and hit the link in the description to check those out. Alright, let's grab some spells and dirtle with some magic. Hello and welcome back to Dirtle Magic. Today we're playing some more Kardur, Doomscourge. Looking at our opening hand, we have one land. We do have a follow-up with an Arcane Signet, but I really don't want to risk this, even though we have Phyrexian Arena, which could be really good for us. Probably going to take that free mulligan. New hand, 2 lands, Arcane Signet. Looks like we got a Sack Outlet, a Bleeder, and we have Dictate of Erebos. Yeah, we can keep this. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going last. Our first opponent is a partner pairing of Armix, Filigree Thrasher, and Rograkh, son of Rograkh. Oh, we have Gemstone Caverns and a Jeweled Lotus into play. That is a fast game right there. Armix, Filigree Thrasher coming down for the partner player. And then they cast down a Soul Ring. Oi! Followed by a Grim Monolith. This is going to get out of hand really fast. They're casting their second commander, Rograkh, son of Rograkh. Followed by a Mox Amber. There's a Kruk Clan Ironworks coming down. This got out of hand super fast. Our second competitor is Valki, God of Lies, or Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter. Valki, God of Lies is 1 black for a legendary 2/1 god. When enters the battlefield, each opponent reveals their hand. For each opponent, exile a creature card they revealed this way until Valki leaves the battlefield. X, choose a creature card exiled with Valki, and with converted mana cost X, Valki becomes a copy of that card. Just a snow-covered swamp into play for that player. We're going to head over to our second main phase and play a swamp and pass it off. One of our opponents already quit. Yeah, that was quite the showing over there for the partner player. Kadoltha Rebirth, they sacrifice the Grim Monolith. They get 3 1/1 goblins. Lion's Eye Diamond coming down. Okay, so that will essentially give them 3 mana for discarding their hand. Armix is on the attack, it will trigger. There are no legal targets. It is swinging off into Valki. Damage is good. Valki down to 37, up to 3 commander. We have Castle Lochthwain into play for Valki, followed by a Mind Stone. That's it for Valki. Going to roll over to us. Probably going to play a Blood Crypt, an Arcane Signet, and then Phyrexian Reclamation. Yep, seems legit. Let's go ahead and do it. Come into play untapped. Arcane Signet. Tap to add some black. Phyrexian Reclamation, why not? And we'll pass it to our opponent. To the partner player's turn, swamp into play, 1 card in hand. It's their own Phyrexian Reclamation coming down. Nice. We have a full-on attack. Armix will trigger again. Let's see, all into us this time. Alright, so at least they're spreading it around. We'll be taking 6. Well, there it is, down to 32. We're up to 3 commander damage. Over to Valki, we have a mountain into play. I really do like Valki and the Tibalt Cosmic Imposter. Might make an EDH deck around it myself, I don't know. Seething Song, adding 5 red to their mana pool. They're 1 short of Tibalt Cosmic Imposter, so I wonder if they're going to maybe play some kind of board wipe or some large creature. Massacre Worm would be pretty good right now. Oh, Everflowing Chalice kicked 3 times, okay. Chalice gets tapped down for the mana. Looks like they're just passing it off. We get Rakdos Charm. Could be good later. I don't feel the need to use it right now. Let's go ahead and play a Swamp, get down our commander. They were probably going to attack the other player anyway, but might as well have some insurance. And we'll pass it off. 1 card in hand for the partner player. Looks like they're going straight to combat. They will have to attack the Valki. Full attack. See, Armix's ability will kill our commander, so that's not something I look terribly forward to. Damage is good against Valki, up to 6 commander, down to 31. Second main phase, we have a Faithless Looting out of the Armix player. They'll draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. They discard Graven Cairns and Phyrexian Tower. Still looking for something to recur with the Reclamation, I suppose. Graven Cairns down for the Valki player. It's a very Rakdos kind of game. blasphemous act. That's fine. We will leave our commander in the graveyard for now. We have Treasure Nabber. That'll be unfortunate for our Arcane Signet. That's it for Valki. Rolling over to us. I hope we get a land. If not, nope. We got a new addition to the deck. Kaldheim's Command. So it's got some useful utility. One of them being Recursion, the other one being Artifact Destruction. A player discarding a card is fine, and 2 damage is okay. Right now we could use it against Treasure Nabber, so I do like that. Let's go ahead and select it, actually. I also want to get rid of the Ever-Flowing Chalice. And we'll just get rid of some stuff. Seems good. And then we'll go ahead and play our Seer. It should be good for at least a turn. We'll go ahead and pass it off after that. I do want to note Armix is still in the graveyard of the partner player, but Rograkh is not. It is back in the command zone. Partner player's turn, 2 cards in hand, one of them being Armix. Let's see what else they can do. They do not have any red mana. Not that that has to be anything with their commander since it costs 0. Yeah, there you go. Just pay the commander tax. I'm sorry, they do have red mana as long as they have the Mox Amber. There you go. Armix back to the battlefield. Command Tower into play. That will solve the red mana issue. End of the partner player's turn. Mindstone gets cracked over on Valki's side. Valki's turn with a swamp into play. 3 cards in hand after the draw. Still have yet to summon their commander. At this point, we just sit down Zulaport Cutthroat, and Valki really doesn't matter at all. Prayer's Grasp on us. Search our library for a card, exile it face down. Shuffle our library. You may look at that card and play that card as long as it remains exiled. That's a sad face. Soul Ring coming down for the Valki player. It's not ours. Oh, it is ours. How come our name didn't come up? It looks like Valki is going to go for the Tibalt backside, which in this case would generally be better. Comes to our turn, we get Necromancy. I just want to read Tibalt real quick. I also forgot to read it at the beginning. So 5 black red for a Planeswalker, comes into play with 5 loyalty. Whereas the battlefield you get an emblem with, you may play cards exiled by Tibalt Cosmic Imposter, and you may spend mana as though or aim of any color to cast those spells. +2, exile the top card of each player's library. -3, exile target artifact or creature. -8, exile all cards from all graveyards, add red, red, red. So, Tibalt coming down next turn immediately gets to activate something because he does come into play with the 5 loyalty. So that's not my favorite. Unfortunately, I don't know what we're going to do about that. Let's go to attacks. Attack into the Valki player. 1 damage is good. Valki down to 30. Let's check some graveyards real quick. See if there's anything we can recur that might be good. Does not look like it. So we could recur our commander and force Armix to attack them. But I think we're just going to sit. Let's just play the Thematic Compass. And I guess we'll also play the Zulaport Cutthroat, just in case they cast the Valki side for whatever reason. And we'll pass it off. Over to the partner player's turn, 1 card in hand after the draw. They are pretty low on cards. Faithless Looting is being cast with Flashback. So they'll draw 2, discard 2. Trying to filter into some stuff, I wager. At this point, the graveyard is a safe place against the Valki player. Doom Whisperer and Mere Retriever. Okay. Land into play from their hand. Wood Foothills. It gets the crack. We have Friction Reclamation on the Mere Retriever. Armix is on the attack. It does trigger. It's going to kill our Zulaport Cutthroat, so we will just sacrifice it to the Viserys here. That's fine. I do want to scry up some more lands. So we are, in fact, the ones being attacked, which is unfortunate. Mog Maniac is not going to help us right now. We take 3. We're up to 6 commander, down to 30. That's unfortunate. I was hoping they'd attack Valki, but oh well, what can you do? They pitch Lion's Eye Diamond into their hand, into the graveyard, to add 3 mana to their mana pool. So, up to 7 mana now. Let's see what's happening. They are using Friction Reclamation to get back the Whisperer. There it is. It will be cast. Flying Trample, pay 2 life, Surveil 2. This is actually a card I very much like in Villous Broker of Blood. Over to Valki's turn. We have a land in play, 2 cards in hand after the draw otherwise. They do have enough mana for Tibalt. However, the Doom Whisperer is going to threaten it out pretty good. They could just exile it, but then Tibalt's also in kill range to Armix. Tibalt Cosmic Imposter. They're going to exile the Whisperer. Okay, they're still dead to Armix though, so I think maybe we'll be okay. to not be attacked by Armix next turn. Doom Whisperer is being activated, though. They are paying the 2 life to surveil. We have Diabolic Intent and Mask of Memory into the graveyard. Doom Whisperer is being activated again. This time we have a Mountain and Bosch. They're surveilling again. With Phyrexian Reclamation on the battlefield, they can spend life to get stuff back plus mana. Probably just digging for some answers and things. They got off to a very fast start, but there isn't much there. 4th activation for the Whisperer. If I could get it to stay open, Goblin Welder and Blood Pet. We also have a Treasure Nabber out of them, and a Slowbad Goblin Tinkerer. Alright, so a total of 6 activations off the Whisperer. Memory Jar, Foundry Inspector, Slowbad. Okay, so we saw those. Alright, so they do have some choices. Goblin Welder could be pretty good for him, especially. Comes our turn, we get a Mountain. Cool. Now we just need some draw. Let's activate our Thematic Compass, get another basic land out of our deck. Probably go get a Mountain. Mountain to hand. And let's go to attacks. Actually, no. Let's keep our defenses up. We can always sacrifice a Seer in response. Let's just pass it off to our opponent. Keep mana up for possibly a Rakdos Charm, possibly a Phyrexian Reclamation activation. Over to the partner player. It looks like they're going straight to combat. Hopefully it's going to be at Tibalt. It is. Fantastic. Tibalt is down. Valki in the graveyard, by the way. Likely to go back to the command zone. That's what I was thinking about when I want to build my old Valki EDH deck. It always dies as the creature. Well, it always becomes the creature in the graveyard. It doesn't die as the creature. So you can recur the creature and then cast Tibalt without paying a commander cost through something like Phyrexian Reclamation. Speaking of, we have an activation. Unsure of what they got back. The graveyard, I wish they would allow these tabs to stay open in between turn shifting so I can see what's going on most of the time. Looks like it was Mirror Retriever. That's coming down for the partner player. Over to Valki's turn. So Phyrexian Reclamation is going to be a problem for us. Theirs on the other side over there at the partner player anyway. Because I don't want them to start recurring all their stuff to gain an advantage over us. Last one standing, choose a creature at random, then destroy the rest. Do we want to sacrifice our Viserys here at this point? I mean, yeah, we kind of do. The odds of it going and surviving are 25%. Do I want another land right now? No, let's put it on the bottom. Rograkh, son of Rograkh. It survives the last one standing. You know, I kind of like the flavor of that. Mirror Retriever will trigger, though. They're going to get back the Lion's Eye Diamond. We have Doom Whisperer coming down. Lots of samey stuff going on here. Alright, in the second main phase of Valki's turn, I want to go ahead and activate our own Phyrexian Reclamation and get back our commander. There we go. And our turn brings us a mountain. It's okay. Alright, let's go ahead and summon our commander. Then we'll have mana up still for Phyrexian Reclamation if it dies, or a Rakdos Charm. Our commander, Kardur, the Doomscourge. Into play, super goad. Let's do it. Won't have to worry about the 6/6 fire for at least a turn, so that's nice. Alright, let's pass it off to our opponents. End of turn, we have Empiric Tutor. I don't know who's casting it, though. Hold on a second. Okay, it is the partner player. Everybody's playing Rakdos. Usually you can tell by the colors. The partner player's turn. Lion's Eye Diamond to the battlefield. I wonder what they tutored for. That's going to be the interesting thing. They sacrificed the Soul Ring for 2 more mana. Oh, and they sacrificed the Clan Ironworks themselves. We have Scrap Mastery. Alright, so that's, yeah, going to exile a graveyard. That's for sure. We have Surveil 2. Alright, I want to play this real close, because if they're going to send a bunch of Life Gang trying to get stuff into the graveyard, I want to exile a graveyard, depending on what they get back. Unfortunately, I have to play this really carefully, like I said, because if we even screw this up, if I press 1 to Scrap Mastery Resolving, instead of responding to it when it gets down to that on the stack, we are going to be in for some big doo-doo. Hey, Tibalt's Trickery. Nice. I do like that card. Valki's still trying to get something with their Doom Whisperer. Alright, no more activations. It doesn't look like they're getting anything with it. So let's go ahead and play Rakdos Charm. We will exile the partner player's stuff. So they'll either let this go or it'll force them to activate Phyrexian Reclamation. It looks like 3 times based on their mana to get stuff back, putting them down to 10, which brings them into pretty lethal range for both Doomscourge, our commander, and the Doom Whisperer. Lots of Doom, apparently. The partner player calls it quits. Okay, that works out, I suppose. Oh, the Doom Whisperer belonged to the partner player. Nice. So we got rid of that threat as well. So we do still have Necromancy. Let's see what's in the enemy player's graveyard. I still don't think there's like too many creatures that I necessarily want to get. What, Treasure Nabber? Like, if we want our own Soul Ring back, I guess that's good. I think that's actually it. Chandra Awaken Inferno. Uh-oh. Well, that's going to put us on the clock pretty quick. Deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker. If a permanent dealt damage, it would be exiled instead. That means we'll have to resummon him the hard way. That is a sad face. We'll put it back in the command zone. We get High Market. That would have been so good to have last turn. Alright, well, nothing we can do about that now. Well, let's play a High Market. And we keep drawing lands. I'm going to grab another land out of our deck for right now. Just try to shuffle it up a bit. We'll grab a Swamp. We have 4 mana left over. Not really much to do with it. There's nothing in their graveyard to recur either, like I keep saying. So, unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be getting at least one Chandra Emblem on us, and that is, that's not my favorite. Let's go ahead and pass it off. Yep, we get an emblem straight away. Let's see what they do at the turn otherwise. 3 cards in hand after the draw. Bunches of mana. They could summon Valki. Wouldn't do anything to us, though. Dark Ritual. Okay, so I imagine it'll be T-Bolt then. It is T-Bolt Cosmic Imposter. That is unfortunate. I imagine they'll exile the top card of our library this time. Or possibly one of our artifacts. They exile each one. Another land, so that's a saving grace there. Land for them as well. They can play those. They do play the land from their exile zone. Looks like that's going to be it. I don't know how we're going to get and beat the 2 walkers right now, just because we have no creatures with haste or anything. We get Shiny Impetus. That's not... Again, we have run into a game with almost no creatures and or a lot of killing. So that is very, very unfortunate in my opinion. Let's play a Swamp. Unfortunately, if we summon our commander, Tybalt's at 7 loyalty, and they'll just exile our commander. So we're at another point in the game where if we keep summoning our stuff, it'll just keep dying. And we don't have any way to get rid of these planeswalkers at the moment. Let's pull another land out of our deck, I suppose. We'll get another mountain. And then I guess we'll just play Erebos, or the Dictate of Erebos rather, and get that down to the battlefield, hopefully in preparation for future shenanigans. And we'll pass it off there. To our end step, the Mad Compass will flip over. It would protect us from creatures if there were any. Tybalt will exile a top card. Kaya's Ghost form up there. That's actually something I took out of our deck. They exile from us the Shadow Spear, which for them doesn't really mean anything. We get another Chandra's Emblem, putting us on a faster clock. They do take our mountain to play for the turn. Unfortunately, I pressed 1 trying to press Q again. I don't know why I keep doing that with this commander. But we'll keep this in hand and attack the next turn. Let's play a mountain. And we'll just pass it off there. I don't know what it is about me and Kardur, but every time I get the something with haste, I tend to press 1 and I don't know why. Over to the partner player's turn, we have a Swamp into play. 3 cards in hand after the draw. They will exile top cards again. Victimize and Stolen Strategy. Stolen Strategy is going to be super good for him. That's unfortunate for us. We get another emblem. This time we'll be taking 3 instead of the 3 I thought we were taking. Stolen Strategy into play for the Valki player. Comes our turn, we'll take 3 damage down to 22. We get Ghost Quarter. Let's go ahead and play a Mountain. Play the Clackbridge Troll. Hope they don't have immediate removal for it. We'll have to target them to give them some goats. Then we'll put Shiny Impetus on it. At least we'll get some treasure out of it. We have a response. Bedevil. So instead, let's just go ahead, sacrifice a creature and gain 1 life then. Unfortunately, we'll also lose our Impetus. And now they have 2 blockers. Things are not going well. We could reanimate our troll at a later point. I don't know what that's going to do for us at this point. We'll just keep giving them goats. Cater looks also a lot better with not only creatures on the battlefield, but also multiple players. So unless we run into something that can destroy planeswalkers, I think we are about to lose this game in a semi-slow fashion. Grave Upheaval. Okay, so at least we can respond if they target our troll and get it back with the Phyrexian Reclamation. Tybalt being activated. Our Grim Haruspex. Man, we could really use the card draw. Unfortunate for us. Fellwar Stone for the Valki player. Fellwar Stone coming down. We got another emblem. Ugin the Ineffable. Okay, did not see that one coming in the deck. They will exile the top card. They get a 2/2 Spirit. When the Spirit dies, they get that card back. Comes to our turn, we'll take 4 damage on the upkeep. We are going down to 19. We get Xantcha Sleeper Agent. Oh, if only we had mana to pour into that. We have a bunch, but just not much. Let's play the Ghost Quarter. And then we'll play Xantria Sleeper Agent. Because why not? Do we need to use the Ghost Core on anything, though? Nah, we're fine. And then I do want to leave up mana for Necromancy and the Troll, just so we can surprise block something, maybe. Could also potentially just bring it back right now for 3 and attack with it. So that may be something we can do. But now we have Xantria in play, so I think Surprise Blocker will be our best bet here. Plus it'll die, they'll have to sacrifice something. So we need to get everything we can out of Xantria at the moment. We get Mog Maniac, that's not the best. Phyrexian Tower, also not the best. And Marchesa's Decree, which could be good if they're more reliant on the tokens, but unfortunately they aren't. Let's just pass it off then. 2 Valki's turn, Stolen Strategy triggers. It's a swamp, so they will not be able to use that. Stolen Strategy does say cast spells, so you cannot just play lands. We have Grim Haruspex coming down. It's ours. Ugin destroys our Dictate of Erebos. That's a sad face. On the bright side, they didn't destroy Xantria, so we can keep trying to bleed them. Might be a path to victory. I don't really know. We have some goats and a spirit on the attack. I don't know why they're attacking with the goats. Hopefully they don't have a random pump. It doesn't look like it. We take 2. We're down to 17. Alright, they're going to use Chandra to get rid of Xantria. That's too bad. Really did want that card draw. Alright, they're going to exile all the graveyards and add red to their mana pool. So they get to cast anything exiled with Tybalt. There's our troll. Back to troll us, unfortunately. We're going to get some goats, though. That's nice. Zilbor Cutthroat also coming down. That's not so good. Dark Ritual into Viserys here. So at that point, they can just drain us and draw a bunch of cards. Well, if they sacrifice the non-token creatures anyway. Dictate of Erebos. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Unfortunately, they're employing our strategy a little bit better than we are, but that's what happens when you have more setup. Mind Stone coming back down. Everflowing Chalice kicked 2 times, coming back. Shadow Spear also coming down. Don't need them to have any life gain, that's for sure. They're equipping the Shadow Spear to the Troll. That's it for the Valki player. We'll take 4 damage to start our turn. Down to 13 we go. Card for the turn is a Swamp. Deck really likes to give us lands today. Let's go ahead and play Phyrexian Tower. Unfortunately, we have nowhere to really shove that mana even if we sacrifice a goat. And the goats are probably better on the block at the moment anyway. So let's go ahead and get down Marchesa's Decree. Enters the battlefield, we become the Monarch. It just dawned on me that this would help us destroy enchantments. So I might add this into our deck. Could be potentially pretty good, plus some extra card drawn blockers. I suppose at this point we'll also just play the Mog Maniac, because why not? It can be fairly easily removed though by either of those planeswalkers. Well, the colored ones. Ugin needs to have 3 on it to do it, and he's only at 2 at the moment. Well, let's pass it off. We'll get a card at the end of turn. Hopefully it's not a land. Actually, before we end, I'm also going to destroy Castle Lothwain so they have less draw potential. We have Deflecting Swat. Uh-oh. They're going to destroy our spires. That's too bad. That was going to save us from the Crackbridge Troll. We'll go ahead and find a land then. At least it'll shuffle up the deck. Let's get a Swamp. To the end step, we have the hat. Let's go ahead and draw a card. We get another land. Jeez. 2 Valki's turn. Stolen Strategy will trigger, stealing one of our things. It's a mountain. They cannot use it. Ugin the Ineffable. They're going to make a spirit with a card attached to its soul. We have Bedevil on the Mog Maniac. That's unfortunate. I suppose we can sacrifice it to gain 1 life. Alright, so we can sacrifice a creature here at the beginning of combat to tap the troll. They gain 3 life and draw a card for it, though. It's not my favorite, but I do want to have an attempt to survive, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, no attacks out of Valki. Interesting. Tybalt is activated. We have Temple of Malice. I do not know what they exiled. Is Revel in Riches. Oh, that's going to be really good with our Viserys here. That's unfortunate. Revel in Riches is coming down for that player. Oh dear. Chandra will deal 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. Lots of creatures are going to be dying. Lots of triggers, yeah, are going to be happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 life we're going to lose. We'll be down to 7. Erebos will trigger. That won't matter. They will get 2 cards. They will get 2 treasure tokens. And they'll get 2 cards out of exile from the Spirit Souls. Okay, well. They are up to 8 cards in hand, 25 life. We are down to 7. Also no creatures on the battlefield, except our troll, which is on the wrong side of the battlefield. To the cleanup step, they will have to discard 1 card. It's a mountain. comes to our upkeep, we take 4 damage. We're going down to 3. We get Blood Artist. That would have been fantastic to have last turn. It's the second time I've said that this game. Let's go ahead and play a Swamp. Let's play the Blood Artist. And then we'll go ahead and play the Viserys here. Do want to at least scry to something potentially. Maybe keep us in the game for a while, but I mean, we only really have this turn with the emblems in play. But I'm never one to give up that easily. Oh, we have Rakdos Charm out of them against us. That's unfortunate. Well, let's go ahead and use Phyrexian Reclamation to get it back then. We'll go down to 1. We get Viserys here back. We're down to 1. There goes our graveyard. Sad face. Poor Necromancy just gets to sit there being all scary looking. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Viserys here. And we will sacrifice the Blood Artist, unfortunately. Revel Initials will trigger. We also get a trigger. Let's drain them for 1. We have a response. Kalakon's command, destroy target artifact and deals 2 damage to any target. So they're destroying our... they're going to try to kill us. Yeah, that looks like it's going to be good. I don't see how we can overcome that. I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to sacrifice our Viserys here. And we'll gain 1 life for that. And then I guess we'll let him have it. Alright, good game to our opponents. Or at least the ones that stayed. Didn't even get to cover the last one. It was definitely a Rakdos slaughterfest. Unfortunately, Planeswalkers just generate too much value and we just couldn't get into like Ingarek's Wake or something. And we really didn't hit any of our card draw, really. We hit some of our like quasi card draw. Grim Hardspex would have been better later on. We did get Xantcha, but it got killed by that time. I don't know, we would have been hard pressed to win that game. Again, also a severe lack of creatures. And Kardur really wants the creatures, that's what the whole deck is geared around, so don't know what to do. I will give it to the Valki player though. Played a nice game, and I was very excited to see the deck. Alright, there it is. We get 3 points. Thank you to our opponents and a random computer. 2 points off into the winner of the game. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the deck. I did make some changes. Didn't seem to help out here very much, but we'll go over it anyway. Alright, here's the deck. I added Nevi's Disc, but you know, after seeing the Ugin, I'm probably going to take out Nevi's Disc so it doesn't blow up all of our own stuff necessarily and put Ugin in at the 6th slot. 6 mana to destroy a potential enchantment is better than the 7 potential we get out of something like Smite of Ishah. So going to put that in there, plus it's more potential card draw. And while its first ability really doesn't do anything for the deck, that's not why we're playing it. I did put in Falkenrath Aristocrat. I wanted another sacrifice outlet. And it's here, it has Flying and it has Haste, so it also hits fairly well. Plus it can become indestructible, which will be good if we ever get things going with this goad mechanic. I also add, after a suggestion in the comments, totally forgot about this card, Unstable Obelisk, also to help us deal with enchantments, plus it's a mana rock, so why not? I also took out Tybalt, Rakish Instigator, and put in Mages of the Wheel just for some more card draw. Anyway, not much you can do. Here's the deck. I probably do need to add some more Planeswalker removal after that. I do have Obelette in here, but it only hits a creature, so I'll probably want to take that out for something like Hero's Downfall. Probably look into Dreadbore if it's not too expensive. If it is too expensive, there's a lot of 4-drop stuff that can get rid of Planeswalkers. I just have to find space for it. If you saw any cards in the video you want for your Rakdos deck, because we didn't cover anything else this game, go ahead and consider using a TCG Player affiliate link in the description below. It helps out the channel, doesn't cost you anything extra. Alright, on to the last game of Kardur. Gotta say, without creatures on the battlefield, like, we could do the Hunted cycle, Hunted Dragon, Hunted Horror, and give stuff to people, maybe do whatever that land is that gives spirits and stuff like that, but gotta say, without a good, healthy, smash face kind of meta, Kardur's a little bit on the weaker side, so I think I also need to compensate for that as well. In either case, I'm going to work on the deck for that. Hopefully the third game will actually showcase the deck a bit more, because it's kind of depressing and sad right now. Kardur's over there crying in a crag somewhere. Anyway, I'll see you for the next video.